Hey, cheese bags!
Hi.
It's me, your girl Keely, and I'm with Kelly and Coda. Well, not
Very good.
technically with them. We were supposed to do our very first Gouda on the go today, and Coda and I were going to travel out to see Kelly. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, with our gnarly winter weather, we are snowed in. I don't know about
Yes,
you, but
everybody's
I am. I can't even
yeah,
leave my neighborhood. Hasn't been plowed since Tuesday. So,
super cool. Super cool.
but
Yeah, it's
anyway,
been crazy.
yeah. So our first episode, supposed Gouda on the go, is supposed to be traveling to Rockford, but I'm gonna go ahead and shovel into this chilling and tragic tale that unfolded
Yes.
in Rockford.
Yes, Rockford. Let's do yeah, that is where I'm at now. So yeah, let me listen to the tales of my local city now. Can't
Maybe,
wait.
okay.
Maybe.
So Rockford, Illinois, 1978. Our focus is on Simon Peter Nelson. At this time, he is a 46-year-old married man, and his life took a very dark turn, leaving a trail of horrors in its wake. So, the rest of the story, I'm going to call him Pete because that is what he went by. That's his middle name.
Okay.
So, Pete was married to Anne, a 38-year-old woman, and they shared 6 children together.
That's a lot.
Okay.
6.
Yes,
Oh, the
three-year-old
woman.
David. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, no, I was like, imagine like were they all like one right after the other too? Like, I mean, obviously they're all one right after the, but I mean, like, were they all like within a year or two apart from each other, like that sort of thing? Ugh,
Yeah.
God.
All right. So we got 3-year-old David,
Can't let that coochie
six-year-old
breathe.
Roseanne. So a little bit of a break. 7-year-old Matthew, 8-year-old Andrew, 10-year-old Simon Peter the third, and 12-year-old Jenny.
So
So
the woman was like pregnant for like 9 years. Like, I don't know, whatever but like has 6 kids pregnant and then like having us like, well, no. Anyway,
uh-huh,
continue.
uh-huh. So on January 6th through the morning of January 7th that year would haunt the community of Rockford for forever, supposedly. I don't know. So, Pete, fueled by a blend of rage and despair, armed himself with a rubber mallet and a hunting knife. In a gruesome act, he merciful. I can't even get words out. I'm so
Mercilessly.
sure. I'll change the word. He brutally killed all 6 of his children
What the fuck?
inside of their own home, including their family pet dog, Pretzel.
Oh, pretzel.
hmm The investigators at that time said that this was the very first brutal case that they had ever come across in Rockford. So
Wow.
it was very confusing. They weren't sure what to do. They didn't really believe who said what, and the neighbors in the surrounding area of the house that this took place in had no idea. They didn't hear anything. There was no screaming for help. There was no indication that any violence was happening in the home at all. So, okay, when investigators did find the family, it's 5-year-old Roseanne and 12-year-old sister Jenny. They were found in the second floor bedroom. Their heads were bludgeoned and repeatedly stabbed. And to add a sickening layer, the family dog Pretzel was found with them, with his throat slashed.
Ugh.
The four brother, yeah, the four brothers met a very similar fate in the third floor bedroom, and the killing was described as absolutely brutal and an unheard of, unseen.
Wow.
Anyway, um, find out why this happened after this cheese break.
All right, cheese bags, listen up. We got a cheese break going on for our very a break of our very thrilling tale that Keely so started of a family of 6 children being murdered. But during the cheese break, what we're going to be murdering down is some cheese and wine. Well, at least I will be. Ladies will, of course, be, in here with me in spirit on the taste test challenge, or the taste test voyage, whichever you want to call it. Talking about some Rockford cheese, or should I say Rockford cheese, a play on word. So Rockford, Illinois itself doesn't have a famous cheese or like a favorite cheese. And I know we've done Illinois before. However, I wanted to do a play on words with a type of blue cheese. So I did a Roquefort cheese, which is a French blue cheese, known and most, I wouldn't say, what is it? It's not famously for, but like European law dictates that a Roquefort cheese is a type of blue cheese only from the Roquefort-sur-Saône, a region, southern region of France. So it only can be, so a Roquefort is a blue cheese, but a blue cheese can only be a Roquefort cheese if it's from this region, from southern parts of France in their most southern caves. So it's very interesting. It is an unpasteurized sheep's milk cheese, which unfortunately, due to FDA restrictions on food within Europe and the United States, a true Roquefort cheese cannot be present here in the US because FDA restricts any unpasteurized cheese from coming into the country because of its levels of different bacteria, such as E. coli. FDA considers the level of the natural level of these types of bacteria in their food to be unhealthy, where just like in European, it's normal. So which I find interesting. So it's like, oh yeah, US can have is unlimited amount of red dye, which is literally attached to like leading cancer, like carcinogens, versus Europeans like, oh yeah, we'll have a little bit more bacterium in our cheese, but Americans like, no, can't handle that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. It's blasphemy.
Hey, you can't do
But
that.
anyway, so let's, that makes sense, right?
We'll just have the country with the highest obesity rating and heart disease.
Yeah. No unpasteurized food. However, we'll just up our food with nothing but preservatives, sugars, and red dye, and that'll be the
They'll be fine.
the end all. Yeah, that's.
Throw that in there too.
I've heard, and it's I've heard from so many different people that like when you go, like when they've traveled, like either friends or family members who've traveled and like stayed in Europe for like an extended period of time, like the amount of food that they're eating, it's always like in like really like rich in butters and like oils and like carbohydrates, but like they don't actually, you're like, you may gain weight, but it's like healthy for you. Like you feel good while in taking all this food, versus like people come over here to America and they eat like a greasy cheese bread burger. I don't fucking know, but like it's just very, very different types of food. So with that, Roquefort cheese being one of those cheeses, unfortunately, you don't have one of those delicious types of cheeses here to try specifically. However, I did find a cheese very, very similar. In my cheese search, the next closest type of blue cheese that's most similar to the Roquefort cheese is like a Gorgonzola, a different type of blue cheese. And Gorgonzola, it is made with pasteurized cow's milk. Therefore, it is able to be made or shipped here to the United States. I've been nibbling on this. So I got a buttermilk blue cheese here by the cheese brand Roth, which has been really, really great. And one of the reasons why I picked out this specific blue cheese is because it actually has the Penicillium roqueforti, which is the type of penicillium or type of bacteria that's naturally occurring, or it creates the blue vine or the type of mold that's in the Rockford cheese. Ooh. I dropped a piece. I don't know where it went, but we'll find it later. So with this blue cheese, or most blue cheese, oh, it's right here on my paper. I thought okay, well that part I actually dropped. Oh, the blessings of recording us,
New meaning to a charcuterie board.
Literally, it's down there. But so with most types of blue cheeses, they pair well with, it just depends. Like, you think blue cheese, they all have like a similar distinct characteristics. Gorgonzola, again, being the closest in relatives of a Roquefort cheese, it has like the blue vines, of course, with any blue cheese, a similar bluish green vines. That is the mold, similar aroma. They both have like, again, a high fatty content, but like a high, like healthy fatty content, which doesn't clog up your arteries as much, or has evidence that it doesn't cause as much artery buildup. And a couple like minor differences between these two cheeses besides the unpasteurized versus pasteurized milk content. The Rockford is aged in caves, and it doesn't have a rind, which and it's not aged as long. So it would be like much more softer esque type cheese. You're supposed to enjoy blue cheese normally at room temperature. So that's, I've had this cheese out for the extended of our recording and a little bit before then, just to kind of bring it up to its full potential softness, room temperatureness. But normally a Roquefort cheese is, again, it's much softer and more considered like a spreadable cheese on its own, versus like a Gorgonzola is aged longer, which means the overall body of it is going to be a little firmer, and it has a little less creaminess to it. Versus like a Roquefort, it's softer, so we'll have a little bit more creaminess. But both have like a similar salty and tangy taste, which is really great. This cheese, I'm gonna like bite off. I don't bite off. I cut off a hunk, so you can kind of see the blue veins. Delicious. It is like white in texture. I would say this is definitely softer than like other Gorgonzola or the Gorgonzola that we've tried previously. It's soft and it does have a little bit of a crumbliness to it. However, it's crumbly, but it's also really, really soft. So it's not as dry. There you go. Like other Gorgonzolas, I think like Gorgonzola that we've had before, we had it like with salad and other things, it's much drier. This one isn't. This one has a much softer, like almost like a cheddar, like a soft cheddar, like a soft mozzarella, maybe even a little bit creamier. Like this is still kind of, I wouldn't say cold, but like it's not, I wouldn't say like room temp, like warm or anything like that. But so it is a really soft cheese, really good. With most blue cheeses, they pair well with different types of wine. So either like a full-bodied red goes really well with them because it brings out that robust and like that distinct flavor, or you can go the opposite way and like pair it with like a really, really sweet white. For Roquefort itself, because it is a French blue cheese, it pairs best with like a French white wine, which is usually called like a Sauternes. I don't know. French is so hard. Sauternes. Sauternes. I don't know. Like,
believe you.
Yeah, you get it. Which is a French sweet wine. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a French sweet wine in my views. I could have just I probably should have picked up like a Riesling, which would have been a sweet wine. However, I did pick out a nice full-bodied port, which pairs well with blue cheeses, normal blue cheeses, and it pairs well with the Gorgonzolas specifically. So we're just keep on going. So for this, because it is the cheese that I'm testing tonight is going to be like more Gorgonzola than the actual Roquefort. I thought the port wine would be a really good touch. So that's what I'm going to test out for you ladies today. I also know on this packaging for the buttermilk cheese, it says drizzle with honey or pair with gin. Gin sounds terrible to me. However, I do have some hot honey, which I love because hot honey is the best. So I was gonna either try it with the wine and maybe like put some hot honey on it and kind of tell you guys how it all tastes. Okay. So we have get the notes out of here.
The two differences. Oh, either try it with honey or gin. Like,
yeah, which would have been really good. Like I'm not a gin. No. I'm not a gin person. Gin is very much. I think Mort just made it. There you go. Hi, Mort. He's making his debut, but they also ignoring us at the same time. It's really nice. Yeah, gin has a very distinct flavor. I've just never really been into it. Like you gotta like it. That's what I say. Like most people will say you gotta like gin in order to want like a gin tonic or like even cocktails with gin. It's like it depends. Like I've had gin with like certain citruses or like something like that. It's okay, but other than that, it's just rough. But all right, so we got the port wine here. Got the look at all this cats. Look at all the cat ladies, yay! Oh, look at her.
She's like coming down. She's running away as soon as you let go.
All right. All right, so this port is going to go well with our little gorgonzola, our makeshift wannabe Rockford cheese. It is a rich, moderately sweet ruby red port, delicious with dessert or for evening sipping and cheese eating. It didn't say that, but I'm adding that. Serve over ice or at room temperature, so this baby has been sitting out, as well as the cheese, with a twist or with soda. Very nice. Don't have a twist, and I'm not going to do soda. I'm just going to raw dog it. The Taylor Wine Company, which is the company that makes this specific brand of port wine, the Taylor Wine Company, makers of superior ports and sherries, with a tradition dating back to 1880. Skillfully blends of the best grapes from New York to create a unique taste and depth of character. Taste the difference. So very good. So it's a Taylor New York port. Taylor New York port for our French cuisine.
Man, Kelly, we're all over the place for this recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, we
But
are.
okay, so you get a lot of Italian. You get a lot of Italians in New York. So technically, a gorgonzola is an Italian cheese. So we're on par. We're on par, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but New York's pretty far away from Rockford, ain't it?
Well, you know, when I find a
Good
Rockford made wine, I'm not going to drink it.
Now's your chance. You can make it yourself.
That'd be prison.
I could. I really should start making my own wine. That'd be amazing. I should start making my own wine and making my own cheese.
There we go. Well, I don't know about the cheese part, but
I don't know the cheese. If I made cheese, you guys would have to try it. If I made cheese, you would have to try it.
I want to make cheese.
Yeah.
I'll do it with
Really, basically all you need is enzymes and milk. It's like cheese is the easiest thing to make. It's not, but it'd be interesting.
oh wow.
noodles last night.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So we got the wine. All right. Okay. And so like, just okay. So this,
Dirty
I'm gonna tell you.
Get it in there. Patrol nose in there.
I'm smelling it, letting it do the thing. Okay. I got these glasses at IKEA, by the way. They're super nice crystal glasses. Love it. So so again, it is a full bodied. It's a little sweet red. Moderately, it says again, moderately sweet ruby red port. Okay, so right off the top, I smell cherries. I smell like cherries and like blackberries. Okay, and I can definitely smell the alcohol in it. It's like cherry rubbing alcohol. That's what it smells like. But like not severe, but I definitely get the alcohol. I get cherry rubbing alcohol.
You just see Kelly fall out of her seat.
Yeah.
One sip.
And okay, so I'm gonna take a bite of the cheese again. It's not a makeshift, so you can see the bluiness of it. You see that? Can you see that? It's kind of like, there you go, whatever. Okay. Okay. Take a bite.
Wow.
That looks like it tastes so good.
That's like
okay. It was the first sip. Okay, you can never judge, and don't judge a wine by the first sip. Okay.
I do every
Not drooling.
I'm judging.
Okay, so I definitely got me more cheese. So the cheese itself, like I said, has the veins. Kind of looks like almost looks like a cheddar jack right here. With the veins on it, but no, it's definitely mold. But it's like I said, the cheese is like very, very squishy, and very like it's like wet. It's not like crumbling. It's just like kind of squishing down. With a regular gorgonzola, it would be much more crumblier. But I think because it has maybe some of that, it's like a younger aged blue. That's why it's like so moist and soft. Okay, so I'm going in for another try. Okay, going in for another try. In my mouth. Wasn't that great? Okay, in all fairness, okay, I've never had this wine before, and so the cheese is great. There's nothing wrong with the cheese. The cheese has like I said, I taste much more of the creaminess. And then this port is very sweet. Um, like I say, it's not moderately sweet. It is very sweet, but it has it does have like a sharper. I think it's pretty strong. Now, let me see what the alcohol content on this bad boy, this bad mamma jamma. I don't see where it says it. Oh, that's why, because it's 18%.
18.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
Not 81, but 18 right there. So that explains why I can taste a lot more of the percentage in this. Woo! And maybe it would be better with, like I said, you pair it with some little ice cubes, maybe that'll be a thing. But
There you go.
maybe I like take a sip of it and then eat the cheese. Okay, doing it the other way. Okay, so the wine.
Stop doing that.
Let the cheese hide the wine flavor.
Okay, I'm trying to think of like I'm not trying to hide the wine flavor, but like okay. So first you eat the cheese and then the wine. I can definitely taste the creaminess of the cheese in with the wine, and so the wine is the more bitter part of it. Not even bitter, but like the more, like bitter part of it. It's not a bad bitter, because again, I definitely do taste like a sweet cherry flavor of it. However, when I do wine and then wine then cheese, I can taste the blue bite of the cheese more. That's interesting. Well,
Okay.
there you have it. Let's see what else. It also, like I said, these cheeses also pair well with fresh fruit. So I do have some strawberries. Let's try that. I got the wine. I got the fruity wine, but I'm just gonna do
Some strawberry.
strawberry slab. This is a big hunk too. So I got that. Looks good. That's good. That's really good. Like I said, it's good. I swear. This one actually, I like this. This is good. So the cheese again, I get a lot more creaminess. Like I don't taste the bite, because the fruitiness of the strawberry like overtakes that like blue bite, and so it's like just like this. It's almost like cream cheese, like that sort of creaminess. Like when you have like a bite of just like regular cream cheese, that's like the creamy flavor and like palate feel I'm getting in my mouth as I'm eating these.
I really want to believe you.
I'm not lying.
I really want.
I'm just
I would
picturing a
never lie.
different
Like I
flavor
said,
with that strawberry.
I would never lie, because like I said, like this wine maybe is not necessary for me. I answered my question on like why can I smell the alcohol so much, because it's 18%. Most wines are like anywhere from what, like
5
to like
7.
maybe 13, maybe, 18. So yeah,
And
interesting enough.
Kelsey finishes that bottle.
Huh? What?
I said, you're not leaving till you finish this bottle.
I'm not. I'm home, so
Yeah, good thing you're home.
yeah. Good luck, Randy. Just kidding. And then I also have the hot honey. So that's what also I was gonna try it with. So let's try that, and then we can get back to our story. But I'm gonna give you all the flavor profiles with this.
Where did you get that hot honey?
This is Heaven's hot honey. I got it from the Lord. No, I didn't. I got it from my excuse me. I got it from a local grocery store, Meyer, which is really good. Heaven's Honey Inc. from Comb to Home. Oh, that's cute. We fund local farmers in Illinois to grow bee-friendly flowers to retrieve the dying bee population. Our farmers and bees look forward to your support. See, I'm supporting. Support local. Illinois, anyway. That counts. Okay. It is. Look at that nice drizzle. Oop.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, cool. Not a
What is
fan.
her face?
Uh-uh.
Maybe I should just try regular honey, but yeah, not a fan. I like hot honey. Hi Addison. Hey baby. Okay. Some dog over there, baby Addison. She's like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself?" Yeah, okay, maybe not the hot honey, but maybe a different honey. Okay, maybe that's it. Like I do because it's like a aged with pepper, so I just made. I definitely taste a lot more of the blue viney stuff with the hot honey than I did with any of the other tastings I just did. So maybe not. Maybe if you like it, maybe if you like the blue taste, try it with some hot honey. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep eating it with the strawberries, and now I got this 18% wine that I have to get through. So anyway, that's what I got for a Rockford cheese. Which are French cheese, again, unpasteurized. Ideally, I'm not eating it right now, but like Rockford cheese, unpasteurized sheep's milk cheese made in the southern parts of France. I am eating a similar gorgonzola and loving it. Back to you, Keely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, Kelly, thanks for letting us enjoy your cheese eating.
Thanks.
Um,
Thanks for stopping in.
I'm really glad that we got to miss out on this cheese. I mean, oh no. Oh,
Yeah. It was
And
good.
wine
All
I
the way up until the hot honey.
I
All the way
really
up to the hot honey.
was so
18.
appetizing.
I
So
think.
anyway, why did Pete kill his 6 children? Ask me that.
Why? Why did Pete kill his 6 children?
Yeah.
Well, his marriage was crumbling.
Oh, so to get
Erase
back.
all evidence.
So Pete and Anne had been engaged in constant bickering and fights in months leading up to the murders. In an attempt to distance herself, Anne had even purchased a hotel room before, what was it, January? What day did I say? I'm sorry. January 7th, before January 7th. Okay.
Okay.
So as the marriage continued to just decline, Pete confided in his boss about the troubled relationship. Anne, in a last-ditch effort to salvage the marriage, set rules for Pete, including you're not allowed to drink, you have to start going to the gym, you need to shave all of your facial hair, and that was it. That was quit drinking, lose some weight, go to the gym, and get rid of your facial hair. He had signed up to the YMCA and signed up for a couple of the go classes, and
Right. This was in what? I'm sorry. What? This was like in the 70s. You said
1978. Yeah.
early. Okay.
So on the morning of the murders, on the morning of January 7th, technically, or sorry, morning of January 6th, Pete told his boss he would try to work things out with Anne. However, the attorney handling Anne's divorce proceedings received a call at 5 p.m. that day that Pete, in a sudden change of plans, decided to pick up his paycheck and to the hotel where he was staying to talk to her and try to talk her out of the divorce.
Okay.
But rumor has it that Pete had told another friend outside of his boss that he was either gonna go fight Anne or they were gonna get back together. And that's only one article that I read that said that, so I don't know if that's actually true or not. But they continued to fight. He got to the hotel Holiday Inn.
Mm-hmm.
That's not where they actually were, but he got in there and she said, "No, I actually want the divorce, like get out." And so he started beating her, and the friend that wasn't the boss called the police and told them that's where they were, and Pete was arrested on site there. Um, so leading up to this, Pete had killed his kids and then gone to the motel.
Oof. So they were at home. Like she left, got a hotel room for herself,
Mhm.
leaving the kids with him. Okay.
I need
And
to
she
base.
had he ever shown aggression or violence towards any of them before?
Nope.
Okay. So the
So
mom said, like, "Oh,
she trusted that he would at least take care of the kids while they were going through this.
Yep. 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 And so when they were fighting, she was like, Pete, where are the kids? And he goes, oh, you don't got to worry about that anymore, but you should call a priest. She's like, why do I need to call a priest? And then by the time the police were there, he had admitted, he's like, yeah, they're gone. They're done. They're Audi 5000.
oh
I
my
would have
god."
said, go ahead and take me now then. Because what
Uh-huh.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Pete was convicted in court, and he had a sentence ranging from 100 to 200 years. He spent the
Fair.
remainder of his life behind bars, and he passed away at the age of 85, and that was in 2017. You can now find him at the Calvary Cemetery in Winnebago, which is outside of Rockford.
There you go.
And
Yep.
his kids, so it's 3 of his kids are in a row, the next 3 are in a row right underneath them, and then he's, I think, a row down, and then to the right is where it is. So it's like the entire family is all together, which I think is,
Just
Fucked
fucked
up.
up.
Shouldn't
Yeah.
be
Why the
allowed to
fuck?
be buried.
Why would you get to be with in anywhere near his family?
yeah,
No.
that's what I'm confused about, but I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that's what happened.
That's insane. That's like
That's
that's so fucked up to think that like you think like maybe he did it to like as in to get back at his soon to be ex-wife or whatever wife because she wanted to leave him, something like that.
Yep.
That's sick.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt our kids. I'm like, fuck that. Like that obviously that's toxic and deranged. But like people who do that, who purposely, like purposely harm or like do something like that to just to get back at somebody else, whether it's your kids or not. Like I don't know. Like I don't understand that level of like in your brain thinking that's okay. Like it's kind of like same but different on like levels of like where people will basically lie about something. Oh, this so and so hit me, and then because they were like unhappy in their relationship, so they start making up things to where they like other people start believing it, and then they find out like, oh no, that was never the case at all, like that kind of bullshit.
Yep.
I don't know. That's messed up. That's not okay. That's not cool. I mean, obviously murdering your 6 children, regardless of how many you have, even one, like whatever, like that's not okay. Like, oof.
what I want to know what his like overall game plan was. Was he going to kill the wife too? Was he going to kill himself?
I
Or was that enough? Like maybe.
Do what?
I think his intention was he was going to kill her, but I think he wanted to. I think
Rub it in her face first.
yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
I think he wanted to break her down before he tried to break her off or kill her off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Break you
You
down
think you can
before I
spend
break you
the
off.
rest of your life knowing that all of your kids are gone because you didn't want me anymore.
Yeah. And imagine now, so she's alive or was alive. I don't know. I mean, she'd be whatever age now.
Yeah.
But if she's still alive, I mean, if he passed away in his 80s and now it's like in 2017, like she's probably close to there or around, if still around. But still, like, imagine succeeding your children, not just because of illness, because of your husband murdered all of them. He goes to jail, and you're just left to then fucking have to deal with that for
Yep.
the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's why
Like
I would
how,
have been like, go ahead, take me too.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
100%.
insane. Let me see if she's still alive. Hold on.
I mean, well, like,
I feel bad for her. My hope is that she had a good support system family wise.
yeah, good support from some sort of family. Like, who knows if she ever got remarried, let alone ever had any other kids again. I think that would definitely be losing one child in and itself, but like losing all of your children. I think that would severely traumatize you to the point where, yeah, you would never want to try to even have kids or try to ever have a relationship with anybody else again. Like, I mean, obviously, if she did that, great, and that's amazing that she was able to move past that. But that's,
Yeah.
I don't know how somebody could move past that. And if
I
she
think I
did,
would. I think I'd go
I don't have any
completely.
history on it.
Be like, go ahead, put me in the straitjacket,
Right.
drug me up. I'll die in this money bed.
No, I think that's insane. And also,
it
I
is.
it's like, if you're trying to put the reason that she wanted to divorce him, I think, is what is kind of confusing to me. Not saying that it's right that he killed her or killed the kids, but like,
Yeah, she had it coming.
no, no, but also like,
No.
you need to lose weight and get rid of your beard, otherwise I'm leaving you. Like,
Yeah, like what she
I think
said.
it was probably like a did he stop taking care of himself kind of thing, or did she upgrade herself and then felt like he needed to match her energy?
maybe,
Right, maybe.
but like
Or like maybe,
I'll show you guys
or
some
maybe,
pictures, but like,
yeah.
he wasn't at the time of the murders, he really wasn't that off-putting. And like,
AKA Keely saying he wasn't that bad looking.
no, hold
The
on.
murderer wasn't
I'm
that
not
bad
saying
looking.
like I get that, but I'm like, oh, you're an average, and maybe a below average.
Average looking dude.
You're
Maybe,
okay,
and maybe you're right.
but
Yeah.
like, his wife was not hot shit. So like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Maybe,
No, I get it.
or if he was capable of killing his children like that, maybe he was showing signs of being fucking off his rocker anyway, and that's why she put him out.
that could
Maybe.
have
Or like
been.
Maybe he was not physically abusive, but like verbally
Right,
abusive,
maybe.
or
Or like I said, maybe he
manipulative.
wasn't taking care of himself, and so she was thinking longevity is like, hey, you need to take care of yourself because we have 6 kids.
Yeah,
You need like stop drinking. Maybe he was like I said, maybe he was like an excessive drinker and he wasn't healthy.
yeah,
Or
And maybe she was like kind of fed up of I could see her being like fed up with, okay, I have 6 kids and now I have a 7th kid because I'm married to this man who literally isn't taking care of himself.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be part of that life. So this dude better get into shape, like, get healthy, start going to a gym, because if you're going to be around to be part of me and these 6 kids' lives, then you should be, whatever. And then he fucking takes the spin and like, oh well, you know what, now I don't have to because I killed all of our kids.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Good.
I
Like
like that thought.
that's a pretty, I think, extreme and maybe a simplistic not explanation, but maybe that's what, maybe if that were the case, maybe that like in his brain, to not only get back at her if those are her whatever XY reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking insane.
A possibility. Or
Yeah.
maybe he could have possibly just been
Or just fucking crazy,
yeah, or
unhinged.
like I had it like my very first ex was so fucking off his rocker. When I broke up with him, he wanted to, oof himself.
Yeah.
Oof.
And sent me pictures with like a firearm he was holding it. Like, people go fucking nuts for no reason. Yes.
Yeah. Especially after breakups, or like in their mind, like breakups or whatever, that kind of realm, like that's their only, like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself if I'm not with you. Like that is some grade A manipulation.
But at that point,
Figure your life out.
I would 100% not trust my children around. Like,
Yeah.
if that person and I had been together later in life and it was to that point and we had children together, I would have been like, okay, we're all leaving.
Yeah, we are all.
Issues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not letting you stay here.
Right.
But the
I mean, I'm not blaming her whathatsoever. What
No.
happened
No.
is terrible and traumatizing, and I feel for her completely. But
it's hard. It's hard to understand that dynamic if you're not in the dynamic. Now we're, obviously only on the outside of it, trying to speculate, and that's exactly what this is speculation, not putting words or like validating or trying to say, oh yeah, this is what she was feeling, but like trying to put ourselves in that position and what we would have felt like maybe, and like that's what we're doing. Like,
did it say whether she was a stay-at-home parent?
No, I didn't see that. I believe she was, but I didn't see any. There was no history on who Anne was other than that she was married to him.
I mean, I'm kind of guessing she would have been. 6 kids, that's a lot to put
Yeah.
into a child care. Like,
Yeah.
so he might have also had that mindset of, I'm the breadwinner. I don't have to fucking do anything else. How dare you ask me to do more?
Right. Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yep. Well, damn. Good story, Keely.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's insane. That leaves it very much open to kind of just like speculate, like and just sorry, my dogs are going crazy. To leave it up to speculation and kind of like figure out or try to understand what was actually going on in the dynamic that led up to the quote unquote split or looking towards a split, and then the dynamic of what he thought, and then also now her then being the successor of her murdered children and knowing that her husband is in prison.
Yeah.
Like there are definitely different levels. Like that was very yikes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. That was a good one, as in a terrible one, but a good one.
Yeah. The one small side note, I know that he killed his kids and his dog, but there was one person that survived in the house, and it was their cat. He couldn't find the cat. Couldn't kill the cat. There's a photo of the police taking the body bags out, and then there's this guy holding a huge cat walking out, and the cat's still alive, just like.
Oh no.
That's not funny, but I could just imagine like
Yeah,
like this fucker.
I was like, it wasn't a video, but it was. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Cat.
I wonder what happened to the cat. I mean, like, where did they rehome him?
Maybe you can only hope that wife took the cat. There's like only shred of what she had. I hope she kept the cat. I don't know.
No, the cat probably tried to eat some kids, and then they had to. But anyway, we don't have to think about the cat. I just thought that was
it's just funny the way it was funny.
I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens until like days after. Like like if like the animal's starving.
No, cats will decapitate you in 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cats don't give a fuck if you love them or not. They will eat your head first. And dogs, German shepherds and small dogs are more likely to eat your body than like golden retrievers and labs. Yeah,
love
you
that
got
for
no
me.
chance, Kelly.
I have zero fucking chance. I have nothing but cats and German shepherds in this household. Cool.
Don't die in your home.
Also, this is my note. This counts as a note. It just I have cats and German shepherds in my house.
Who killed her? Anyway, that's all I have for today.
Okay, cool. That's good Rockford stories.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you guys stay warm during this icky snow weather. I'm definitely not a snow body person.
I like the snow.
For the birds.
You're not somebody, you're somebody.
Oh, somebody.
Anyway, thank you for listening. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you can email us at Gouda.Murder@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook at Gouda.Murder Podcast Official. You can find us on YouTube, or hold on, you can find us on Instagram.
You found us on YouTube. You're watching us. Phoenix, it's okay. Yeah.
Gouda.Murder Podcast. And then also Instagram is Gouda.Murder Pod.
Gouda.Murder Pod.
Anyway, thanks for listening and stay safe.
Cheese bags.